Hi, I'm John McNeil with Sound Home Inspections. Today we're going to talk about the electrical system of your house. It's important to know that this is just an informative talk talking about the components and not recommendation to do work or maintenance on the system yourself. I always recommend a trained professional licensed electrician do any work involving your electrical system or wiring. The surface entrance conductors can be installed either overhead or underground. If they're underground, you likely won't see them, but it's important to remember that they are there. If you plan to do any digging in your yard, you should contact your utility company or a locate service company to locate your utilities so you do not damage them while you're digging. If they're overhead, it's important to remember that there are specific clearances from the conductors to driveways, sidewalks, and windows. It's also important to keep the conductors clear of any tree branches, as this can damage them or become a safety hazard. The first device that we're going to talk about as the service conductors get to the house is the electrical meter, such as this. The meter is just a device that measures how much electricity you use. It will be sealed with a ring with a locking device and is never to be removed by a homeowner and only by the utility company or a professional licensed electrician. The main service panel will likely have a main disconnect switch which would disconnect all the electricity to the house. Some older homes have a split bus panel which does not have a main disconnect. However, these are still acceptable today. The one requirement is that you can have no more than 6 hand motions or having 6 breakers turned off that will make sure that all the power of the house is off. This panel is on an older home, however it has been updated, as you see many arc fault circuit or AFCI breakers or ground fault circuit GFCI breakers. These are required in many of the circuits of the home under the current electrical code. It's also important to have clear labeling marking all the electrical circuits. This way you can easily identify a circuit that needs to be shut down in case of emergency. There are some wiring practices that are no longer considered safe. Some of these include knob and tube wiring. If you have a house with knob and tube wiring, which was used from the early 1900s to up into the 1930s, I would recommend that you have it replaced immediately. There are obsolete panels, such as panels with a knife blade switch or screw-in fuses that are no longer considered safe, and I would recommend that those be replaced by a professional electrician. Other panels that have circuit breakers that are no longer considered safe and in fact are a fire hazard include Bulldog panels or the Sylvania Zinsco panels. These systems should be evaluated and replaced by a professional electrical contractor. Again, this was just an informative video talking about the components of the electrical system of your house, and it's not a recommendation to do any work or service on the system, as that should be handled by an electrical professional like a licensed electrical contractor.